Daniel, it's been 3 games now since you guys have given up a passing touchdown. Can you just kind of talk about the progression of the secondary and how far you guys have come to get to this point where you're shutting down passing offenses this consistently?
Yeah, it's pretty much just all about our communication in the back end, making sure we're all playing together on the same page, and then after that, it's just up to us to play fast and execute our plays. So that's really all come down to.
Do you think there's been some other contributing factors, just the coaching and the development of some of the guys that have been here for a few years?
Yeah, it's definitely an emphasis on practice, a straining to finish, whether that's getting the ball out, picking the ball off, playing through the hands, but just making sure we're doing everything we can to stop the offense.
We've seen you used in some blitz packages this year, coming off the edge. You're kind of, almost in a delay sort of sense. Is that something you feel comfortable with and something you kind of enjoy, is being able to get to the quarterback from the safety spot?
Yeah, definitely. It's something I enjoy, just being able to bring a little bit of pressure. I always wanted to rush, so it's always fun to try and get out the quarterback a little bit.
You've been, matching up plenty this camp and last year with Joey Hobart and Lincoln Victor. Can you kind of talk about what you've seen from them and both those guys getting their first Cougar touchdowns on Saturday?
Yeah, it wasn't really surprising. It was stuff that I've seen in practice a lot of times. Both of them work really hard on developing their game, and they're always asking me like what they see, but when they go against me, what they can improve on. So I could see it transferring into the game.
Thanks, Daniel.
All right, next question. Colton Clark, spokesman review. Go ahead, Colton.
Hey, Daniel. We've talked a lot about communication. I know you've talked about communication before, and you've been around for a while. You've been around in this defense for a while. Is this probably the most, I guess you'd say, connected that the defense has been in your time at Wazoo?
Yeah, maybe probably. It's just we're just building a culture here, just a hardworking defensive culture, and playing for each other. I think it's clear that we play really hard for each other every game. So that's really all that it is.
This might be kind of a tough question connected to that, but in football, teams always talk about kind of their identity on either side of the ball or within different position groups. How would you define the defense's identity right now? If that's not easy, don't worry about it. But
I say it's just a defense that sacrifices for each other and appreciates what everybody else does. So we try and just do our part in this defense. And it's not about you making the play. You might have to force a play for another player to make a play. So that's really all it's about, sacrificing, doing your job. That's all really.
How easy is it to learn under Jake Dickert? What do you like most about the way he sees defenses and maybe the way he teaches the defense as a whole?
I really love his attention to detail in practice. He's really hard on us for good reason. He wants to make sure we're getting everything executed before the week's over. So it's just a ton of emphasis on getting lined up, knowing your assignment, and he's just real hard on us, which is what we need to be great. So just gonna keep working.
Is there an area of the defensive play this year, maybe an aspect of it could be something as simple as tackling or something a little bit deeper, maybe communication, that you feel like a few weeks ago was maybe a little off, that is kind of in a groove right now?
Yeah, I think we've just been doing a better job of playing through 4 quarters. That's a real emphasis for us to finish games. So we're just focusing on keep on finishing games as strong as possible.
And on Stanford, seems like they're a little bit more defined by quarterback play. And obviously last week, those guys were, of course, runners first. You have to shift into a new mentality. How much of a challenge is that from week to week, kind of flipping the script like that?
No, it's not much of a challenge. This last week's game is over, so we cleared our mind of that, and we're just focusing on prep for this week. So all our prep is focused on Stanford now and learning their keys, tendencies, and just what we need to know when we see certain personnel. So it's all Stanford this week.
And last thing for me, can you talk about just the team's energy right now at practices? Does it seem like momentum's kind of on your guys' side?
Yeah, I mean, we're always trying to practice hard. I think the energy is good this week. I think it's been good the last few weeks. So just continue to keep practicing hard just so we keep building off these 2 wins we got and keep things rolling.